And welcome back to the Mayday Mayhem broadcast. I am your host, Mayday Mayhem M. And today we are talking about Jelani Day and how did we get here and what happened. And if you don't know who I'm speaking about, let me show you. This is Jelani Day. He is a young grad student that went missing from south of Illinois State University, down south down here. And he went missing, and he was later found in a river. And unbeknownst to his mother, that she didn't even know that was her baby, and he had been missing. He had been sitting in the coroner's office for over 3 weeks, and no one knew. No one knew. She didn't know that was her baby. And I had a lot of questions. Like, how did it take so long? How could they not know? What the fuck? But the autopsy came out, and that did shed light on why it did take so long. However, it still should not have taken that long. But it does shed light on what happened and how it happened. And it brings up theories about what could have possibly happened to Jelani. Now, let's start from the beginning. Okay? Now, my mama always told me, if you want to see or find out something, you start from the beginning. You start from where they told you what happened, who told the story, who's telling the story, and you figure it out. Now, it starts off that he was supposed to have now he's in college now. He's supposed to have a meeting with the college counselor. You know what I'm saying? Supposed to have a meeting with her. Now, she had confirmed the meeting, and it was supposed to be some 7 something in the morning, 8 in the morning, whatever. Now, Jelani is on college campus in a dress shirt, dress slacks, dress shoes, looking as though he's on his way to a meeting with, counselors and shit of that nature. That's what he looked like he on his way to. Now, the counselor says he never showed up for the meeting. But I find that hard to believe because his mom, now a lot of this footwork that we're about to explain, his mother had to do on her own. She had no help from the FBI. There was no help from Peru or Bloomington Police Department. There was no help from the college campus. But wait, there was some help, which we're about to get to, though. Now, you say, now what was Jelani doing? What was he doing there? 1 second, guys. So sorry. Now, you might be wondering, well, What happened? Like I said, he went, he's supposed to have a meeting. His mother had to do all the footwork on her own. No help from the FBI, the police, or nothing like that. Now, the counselor said, well, he didn't show up. However, they have him on tape at Starbucks getting a drink. They have him on camera getting a drink, and she tracked down his debit card, ATM card, credit card, and it had a purchase from Starbucks at that time on campus as though he was going to see the counselor. Now, see, I can't understand. If you was going to skip seeing the counselor, why the fuck would you go on campus, get dressed, as though you're going to see her, make a transaction, and then don't see her? Like, that defeats the purpose. So, nevertheless, she said he didn't come, and he did not show up to his next two classes. That was like at 1 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, in between that time, we have Jelani. He's at a dispensary in Bloomington, and he's buying marijuana. Again, we're in the state of Illinois. It is legal to purchase recreational and medical marijuana. If you are a student over the age of 21, you can go and buy marijuana as long as you present your student ID. It's legal here. So Jelani went and got him some weed. They see him on camera at the dispensary. Now, he's at the dispensary on camera. He has changed his clothes. He is now in a t-shirt, shorts, hat. You know, he's in his street clothing. He's in street clothing. And they see him come in and they see him leave out, and his phone goes dead. There's no pinging or nothing there, which means when no calls made from there, it just, no cell towers picked up his phone. When they hollering about ain't no pinging. Now, going back to my notes. And, you know, she didn't even report him missing the first go round. The counselor reported him missing. And I found that weird. Okay, he skipped class. He went and got some weed. And that grounded you to call and pronounce him missing? Like, y'all know how many times I didn't skip class and smoke some weed? They didn't call my mama and call her and say her ass missing. They said she's probably out smoking some weed somewhere. But nevertheless, they wouldn't be looking for my ass no way. But still, same instance here. When Jelani's mom, you know, got something was wrong in her heart. She hadn't spoken to him, and she called and tried to report him missing. They told her, oh, he's probably out with some girl. Oh, you know, they skip classes all the time. Oh, but she knows her child. Just like me. I speak to my mother at least 4 times a day, maybe more. 4 hours. So if my mother doesn't hear from me in over a 24 or 48 hour period, she knows without a shadow of a doubt there's something wrong. She hasn't called me. She's not picking up her phone. I'm calling her. There's something. She would know without a shadow of a doubt it's something wrong, because why? That's out of my character. She knows me. I'm her child. So she knows that, no, this is something Mayday wouldn't do. No. Something is wrong. She was trying to portray that to the police. They was brushing it off. She even went down to the school and made a heartfelt, tearful cry out, which you need to look up, which is on YouTube. She went downstate to the university to speak to all the students and was saying her baby is missing. And if you know anything or see anything, please, let the authorities know, because that's her baby. And any parent or anyone that has children or loved ones, even if you ain't got kids, you got nieces or nephews or anything, or if you got fur babies, if something happened to them, you're going to want to know what the fuck happened. Yay or nay? I say yay. Now, she made the heartfelt plea, and eventually they got a tip about Jelani's car and clothing and wallet, and eventually a body. But at this time, she did not know, or no one knew, that this was actually Jelani. And we're going to get to why no one knew that this was Jelani. Now, if you didn't know, Jelani was going to school to be a doctor. So that means you take pre-med classes, you're taking classes with cadavers and things of that nature. So everyone around his pretty much curriculum knows something about the body, so to speak. Now, Jelani supposed had went and got him some weed, and then all of a sudden he just was gone, disappeared, nowhere. To find out that his body has been laying in the morgue for damn near 3 weeks, and no one could positively identify him due to the condition of the body. Now, they did find he was reported missing on, let's get the notes right. Let's see. We're just going to read it. He laid in the coroner's office for 24 days. And even before then, they had to actually use like DNA records to find out that this was Carmen's baby. Because, trigger warning, this is very disturbing what I'm about to say, the way the body was found. He was missing his organs. He was missing his brain. Both eyes was gone. All of his teeth were gone. And his bottom jawline was sawed out. Sawed out. You know why I mentioned that he was a pre-med student. So, I mean, people around him in his circle would have probably been pre-med also. The only time I can think of that you would want to remove teeth from a body would be to hide or maybe further prolong the identity of this person. And let's not forget, Jelani is in a small town where it's only 0.04 black people there. So it's really hard for you to miss him. Really hard. You can't miss him. It's not that many of us down now. Now, Jelani, as you see on the screen, and his mom, beautiful young man. Look how handsome this young man is. Handsome. Very handsome. Very smart, very educated, very dapper. Somebody was jealous of that shit. I'm being 100 with y'all. Somebody was jealous of that shit. Now, Miss Carmen did come forward and have to justify, because people were thinking, oh, it's organ harvesting and this, that, and the third. She had to even come forward and make a statement and say, no, this is not organ harvesting, but this is a clear sign that my son was killed. They tried to even say that he committed suicide. But Jelani was an advocate swimmer. They don't think black people can swim, but we can swim. Some of us. But Jelani could swim. They found his car covered in brush with the license plates missing. So that means that it was covered up. It was covered up. Now, I don't think if he's suicidal, he's going to cover up his car. Then they found his clothing in a whole different place. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the car was found in Peru. The clothing was found not too long from there. And his wallet was found not too far from there. Now, if he committed that, then when you find all his belongings in one place, why would they be scattered as though someone is trying to hide something? And of course, she was saying that pretty much his insides were liquefied due to the decomposition that had went on, and by him being in the water. But that even goes to furthermore support that he didn't just end up by the luck of the draw. There have even reports of maggots and animal bites on his body. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure. Look, if you can tell me that someone was strangled in the desert and they were strangled and their body has been out there 3 weeks, and 3 weeks to a month, and you know that, and you can't tell me what happened to Jelani's body, we got a real fucking problem here. We have a real problem. Why is it such a difference? This mother deserves to grieve and have some substance of her heart in some type of way. Being, her heart is broken. That's her baby, and he gone, and don't nobody know nothing. Can't nobody tell nobody what happened. We don't have no suspects. Don't nobody know nothing, and it's heartbreaking. I'm a mother. I can only imagine if something happened to one of my children and no one had nothing for me to tell me what happened to my kid. I would have a problem with that. Like, I wouldn't be able to rest neither. I would not. I would be just like Miss Carmen. I would, fighting for justice for my baby. Because there's no way that this handsome young man, strapping young man, ended up in the river with pretty much his entire face gone. He was unrecognizable. He had to have a closed casket. She don't even know for sure if that's her baby or not, because he's unrecognizable. Other family members had to identify him, had to go and at least view the body. They just didn't want her to see him in the condition he was in. And he didn't get in that condition on his own. So the question is, what happened to Jelani? And who did this? Why did they do it? Who did it? Why would they do it? What did you get behind doing this? You know, if it's jealousy, spitefulness, what did you get behind this? Because now a heartbroken mother has to bury her son, and nothing, she had to put down the footwork all by herself. No one helped put down that footwork. And I'm just trying to figure out why. And Jelani is not the only one. They've opened up the case of what's his name, Lamar Johnson, I want to say, that was in Atlanta, Georgia, that was rolled up in the mat, and his organs was missing. But that was due because his organs would have shown what damages would have been done to his body prior to death. And also with Jelani, his organs are gone, so you don't know preliminary what happened prior to death. Was his spleen shattered? Was he in a fight? You can't tell that due to the decomposition and the organs being liquefied and missing. So all I can say is I can do nothing but pray for the Day family and keep alive that justice will be served for Jelani, because no human deserves to be found in that state. No parent wants to bury their child. None. And so my heart goes out to the Day family, and let's keep his name alive and find out what happened to him. I want the FBI investigating all up and down Southern Illinois. What happened to Jelani Day? What happened to him? He didn't just wake up like this. He didn't wake up like that. What happened to him? So, we're going to end this episode for today. And please, if no one told you they love you, I do. I truly, truly do. And make sure you do better today than you did yesterday and strive for a better tomorrow today. And be thankful and grateful for each day that we do have with our loved ones and each day that we are here. And let's keep the Day family in our prayers. There is, I'm pretty sure there's a GoFundMe, which I will link at the bottom in regards for Jelani and Day. But, everyone be mindful and be respectful that all lives are precious and everyone deserves to live, no matter what color, what creed, what religion, or what race. So I want to thank y'all for joining me for this episode, and we'll be back next time. But for now, let's keep a prayer for the Day family. All right? Everyone stay safe, stay healthy, and stay blessed.